On the night of January 19, 1960, 8-year-old Catherine Fitchett was in her bedroom when she heard strange noises coming from the basement of the family home in Iowa. Catherine heard banging sounds along with her mother, Darlene, yelling. Earlier, Darlene had been down there ironing clothes when an argument erupted between her and her husband, Alanson Malcolm Fitchett Jr. In an attempt to investigate, Catherine, the eldest of 3 children, tried leaving her bedroom, only to discover that the door was locked. When calling out for someone to unlock the door, Lance ordered her to go back to bed. Later, Catherine would claim to hear what sounded like sawing and digging coming from the basement. As midnight rolled around, Lance gathered Catherine, her 6-year-old brother Lanny, and 18-month-old baby sister Darlene Jeanette to take them to his sister's home in Untold, Iowa, 27 miles west of the Fitchett home. According to Lance, their mother, Darlene, supposedly abandoned the family and moved to California with another man. Hello viewers, in this video, I will take you on a journey through Darleen May Fitchett's life, her mysterious disappearance, and the search for truth. This is a case that has confounded investigators for years, but the family remains determined to find answers. Together, we will explore the facts, theories, and emotional toll of this heart-wrenching case. So, let's begin the video. Darleen May Fitchett was last seen in her hometown on a seemingly ordinary day. A day that would forever alter the lives of her loved ones. She was 32 years old, a mother of 2, and had just started rebuilding her life after a difficult divorce. But the question is this: what happened to Darleen May Fitchett? Let's discuss her earlier life. Darleen May Boyd was born March 29, 1931, in North Dakota to Robert and Frances Boyd home. At the time of her disappearance, the beautiful 28-year-old Darlene was living with her husband, Lance, and their 3 children at 600A East Pleasant View Drive in Iowa. Darlene had been battling thyroid cancer and was taking medication, as well as painkillers that were left behind when she vanished. In addition to her medications, Darlene's personal belongings, including clothing, prescription eyeglasses, and her vehicle were also not taken with her. However, the bedding and curtains from her bedroom were missing. A day after she vanished, Lance did not bother contacting authorities to track down Darlene. Instead, he traded in his dark green paneled truck for a new van, hoping the children would be excited. While completely dismissing their concerns about their mother, the authorities did not learn about Darlene's disappearance until February of 1960 from concerned friends and neighbors. When questioned, Lance claimed to have seen Darlene last on February 8th. It was soon discovered that Lance was having an extramarital affair with a woman named Colleen Sebring, and she and her children moved in with Lance shortly after Darlene vanished. Possibly due to the suspicion surrounding Lance and his paramour, he decided to take the children and Colleen out to California. But before he was able to make the move, Darlene's mother Frances Boyd made a trip to from Dexter, Iowa, to Des Moines and demanded answers about her missing daughter. Frances was fed the same line as everyone else, that her daughter ran off with another man to California. Catherine soon confided in her grandmother about what she overheard that night in January. Soon after, Catherine told her grandmother what she had heard that January night. After a discussion between Lance and Frances, out of earshot of the children, Lance signed a written agreement stating that the 3 children would now be raised by their maternal grandparents. Lance, Colleen, and her children eventually did move to California. But according to sources, after about a year, Colleen and her kids returned to Iowa after Lance allegedly tried to poison her. According to this same source, in 1963, Lance married a woman by the name of LaVon Marie from Los Angeles. Oddly, LaVon would pass away on March 16, 1999, only days after she received a copy of an FBI report. This report contained details from one of Lance's daughters regarding that fateful night in January of 1960. Police investigation. In October of 2013, Des Moines police received a credible tip that Darlene's body was possibly buried in the basement of the home on Pleasant View Drive. Police never revealed the source of this tip. Understandably, Darlene's family has remained convinced that Lance murdered her. In addition, neighbors also claim that they heard rumors of a body in the basement encased in cement. Excavations of what was formerly the Fitchett home began on June 16, 2014. Ground radar scans showed evidence of what seemed to be a hole dug under the concrete floor, measuring about 5 feet by 2 feet. The crew broke up an area of about 10 square feet and drilled holes in other areas of the basement, and also brought in cadaver dogs to inspect all areas. Unfortunately, nothing came of the excavation. To this day, Darlene's body has never been found, and the case is being treated as an unsolved homicide. On March 21, 2005, Lance Fitchett died at the age of 77 years old without being charged with murder, or at the very least attempted murder of Darlene. Her children have lived with unanswered questions about the fate of their mother for more than 50 years. Learning the whereabouts of Darlene's remains will, of course, never change the past or bring her back, but a child, no matter how old they are, should never have to endure what Darlene's family endured. Losing a parent is traumatic, but knowing one parent met their demise at the hands of someone who was supposed to love and care for them and never have any questions or doubts addressed is a pain no one should experience. While advances in technology, such as DNA testing and digital forensics, have helped solve some long-standing cold cases, Darlene's case remains unsolved. The family's hope rests in the possibility that a new clue, a confession, or a breakthrough in the investigation could finally give them the answers they've waited for. Darleen May Fitchett's story is a heartbreaking example of how unresolved disappearances leave families in a state of uncertainty. The question remains, will they ever get the closure they so desperately need? Viewers, what you can say about this case, please tell me in the comment box. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos on unsolved mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The world can be a dark place. Take care of yourself, and I meet you in a new video.